In this way that we completed two examples, setter injection in the form of primitive value and setter injection in the form of objects. Then we will go to the next point, setter injection in the form of collection. So let one collection we will consider. So from a list or set or map, we will consider one collection. Let we will consider list. Same number of steps that we will follow. Step number 1, develop a Java bin. Step number 2, develop a configuration XML file. Step number 3, develop a client logic file. So now okay, so I will go to my package com.silan name. Suppose one question dot java, let it I will create a bin. Let my bin is java question, let it java question. Okay, so click on finish button. Then here what are the properties that I will take? Private, let int id, private, let string name, and one collection, private type is list. Suppose which type of data that I will put, string type of value that I will assign. So let answers. And here, since collection, we are using import java.util.star package, because list is an interface coming from java.util package. So any collection, once collection we are representing, we are specifying there. So it is mandatory that we have to import a package, that is java.util package. Now I will go to getter and setter. So bin means data member must be private, containing getter and setter method. So I will go to source, generate getter and setter, this, select, click on generate. So in this way that we defined getter and setter, get id, set id, get name, set name, then get answer, set answers. So now control S, I saved. Now I will define my business logic, one logic that I will define. For that one method I will define, let public void, suppose method name is show method, let it. Okay, so one method I am defining. Suppose we have how many property? We have 3 property, id, name, answers. So 3 property we have to display. So one output statement I will write, system.out.println, system.out.println, let the value of id and there is a space, the value of name. Okay, and system.out.println, system.out.println. So I will write answers are, suppose in this way. Suppose one output statement I wrote, answers are, for one question suppose multiple answers suppose that I will provide. So already we have studied collection, we have completed a list, array list. So very neat and clean manner that we have completed. So we have known one iterator means it is a cursor, iterator, let it, so iterator object. So any collection, so answers, iterator object dot iterator method. So this part we have known, iterator and list iterator. So it is a cursor, it is basically, it is called as universal cursor. So by using iterator, we will retrieve data from a collection one by one. So iterator is an interface. How to get iterator object? Let it is the object of iterator. But how to get iterator object? There is a method iterator, this method and this is difference. So when there is a built-in method named as iterator, when it is invoking by any collection object. So already we have taken answers is the one object or reference of a list. Then it is returning iterator objects. You can also specify generic also it is. So string type of value. So now, so while I will write it dot has next method. So this part already in collection we have done. System dot out dot println, system dot out dot println it dot next method. This. So now whatever the answers will contain the value of answer that assigned in it. So one while loop that I continued. So it dot has next method is returning a boolean value, true or false. We know that what is the loop mechanism. While condition is true, then loop body will execute. If is there any value in it, yes, answer there are multiple values that we will assign. If it will be available, then it dot next method will execute. So first answer it will display, next method representing first value, then next method representing next value. So since it is a loop, after executing this body, again the control will come to this section. Again it will execute. Now it is returning, it will true or false. If is there any next answer value available, if available it is true. If true, that next method representing next answer value, that answer value will display. It will continue when it will false, when and there is no answer value, so it will be return false. When it will return false, it will terminate, loop will terminate. So this is my logic. So logic is nothing but a show method definition, and how this method definition will execute when I will call this show method by Java question object. My class name is Java question. This is my Java bin, Java question dot Java. So step number 1 in this way that I completed. So Java question, one class that I have defined, taking 3 property. One is ID, one is name, and one is answers. But ID is int type of variable, name is string type of variable, but answers is a which type of variable? It is a list type of variable. So we can say it is a collection. So where which type of value that I will assign? String type of value I will assign. Now this is my step number 1. Then I will go to step number 2. So step number 2, I will create a what? XML file. Basically that XML file is called as what? Configuration file. So right click on src in Java, new, other, and XML file. Click on next button. Let config 3. So click on finish button. Okay, so I will add namespace. So directly I will bring, so from config to this part I copied, now I pasted here, then I will close. So this is my namespace. So bins begin, bins end, same way. So then bin begin, then bin end. So within this we will add property. So first property is question ID. Suppose let it, so in which way that we will add? First uniquely we will represent our bin ID equals to, so whatever we can write, suppose let it ID 4, then class equals to class equals to come dot Silan package name dot my class name is Java question. Okay, so now property attribute that I will add property name equals to first property name is what id. Okay, so then value equals to suppose 1, suppose I will give, so this, so then property name I will copy and here I will paste here. So next property is what name value equals to suppose one question value equals to suppose, so what is Java, let my question is what is Java. Then okay, next property is what answers, property name equals to answers, but answers is a list. So now I will not end here, so what I will give it is a list. So how I will specify, there is a list begin and a list end. So here I will specify the answer. So how I will specify the answer, value, by using value tag. So what is Java? Java is an object oriented programming language. So one answer, list of answer that I will give. So then value, suppose Java is a technology, so then value I will end. In this way, a list of values that I have to give. So value, okay, let Java is a platform, so I will end this. Okay, so now property I will end after value end, after list end, so then I will end property. Okay, Control S. In this way that we have to develop XML file. Now the value id for uniquely identifying the class Java question, and we know that Java question class have 3 attributes or 3 property, one is id and one is name and one is answers. Id int type of variable, that's why an int value I specified. Name is a string type of variable, then a string value I provided, what is Java. But answers is a which type of variable? Answers is a list type of variable, or we can say it is a collection. So if it is a collection, then we will give a list of values. So how I will specify, how I will represent a list of values? So list begin, list end. So within list begin tag and list end tag, so I will give the value in this way, value begin, value end tag. Okay, so now this is my step number 2. Now I will go to step number 3. We will develop our client logic file. So right click on new class, Spring Core example 3. So I will select main method, I will click on finish button. So same context that we will write. So this part is common. So this part I will write. Okay. So application context object. This is config 3. Application context object explicitly that I got how? Now by new class, new implementation class of application context. So this is the implementation class of application context. Application context is an interface coming from org.springframework.context package. Okay, so here within bracket we specified XML or our configuration file, or we handed over our configuration file, that is config3.xml to application context. same concept context dot get bin method. So which object that we are requiring Java question object. So directly I will write Java question. Okay, object name is suppose question equals to, I will specify the target type Java question, and here so id value I will specify id 4. Okay, so once I got Java question object, then I will call this method by this object question dot show method. Okay, control S. This is my pum.xml file, and this is my Java bin, this is my configuration file, and this is my client logic file. Now I will hit run. So we will see what is Java. Answers are Java is first id is 1, name is what is Java question name. So answers are, we have written in my output statement, Java is an object-oriented programming language, Java is a technology, Java is a platform. So happily we got the output. So this is all about sector injection in the form of collection. So in this way that we completed sector injection in the form of primitive value, sector injection in the form of object, sector injection in the form of collection.